Hey, repping 602, Phoenix, Arizona. T with Arizona Riders Club. Thank you so much for joining me today. Uh, got something special for you today. Don't I always? Now, this watch is a Geneva. I really, really like the style of this watch. Now, the funny part about this watch is it cost me $20. That's right, 20 bucks. Now, this watch catches more eyes than watches that I have that are two, three, $4,000, which is crazy, right? You would expect that you spend a lot of money that it's eye popping, that everyone's gonna say, "Hey, I love that watch, I love that timepiece," but that's not the way it works. You know, you rock what you want to rock, you wear what you want to wear, without considering the price. All right. Now I know you have some watch snobs in the comments lurking in the bushes somewhere. Oh, $20. Yeah, $20. And the funny part is, I could be standing next to a person who has a Rolex on or an AP or something like that, right? A tag. And people will come up to this watch and say, that's a nice watch. Thank you, right? Not even understanding that it's one of the cheapest watches I have. But that's the way the world works sometimes, right? So let's get into the watch. It's got a black band, gold, a black bezel, gold face, with the hand minute, the hour, minute, and second marks. Again, this one I think it's ran out of battery as well. You all know I've got so many watches. I don't replace batteries unless I'm wearing a watch. Um, uh, I probably have about five watches that I actually wear regularly that I replace the battery. But I haven't wore this watch a year, maybe, maybe even more. So I don't replace the batteries. And to be honest with you, most of the watches that I am wearing right now don't require a battery. So I love the aspect of the automatic watches. So now when I'm buying watches, I typically look for the automatic watches. So no need for a battery. When I This was one of my first watches. I think it was either the second or third watch that I ever bought. So it had to be about 10 years ago, possibly 15 years ago, when I first started picking up and really getting into watches, right? When I'm not the person that's going to get into something and just go blow my wad, right? Go and blow $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 on a watch. I went in when I got in. I think the first watch I ever bought was from Kmart. I don't. Does anybody even have a Kmart near them anymore? There might be two Kmart's in the entire in the entire country, and I believe they closed all of them down in AZ. But yeah, my first watch bought it from Kmart. I think it was around $20, maybe a little bit cheaper. I did the Sharp watch review, which was the first watch I ever bought. Still have it to this day, and that's what lets you know that it's a quality timepiece, quality watch, right? If you have a watch for 15 years and it's still working, good quality. So let's get into the Geneva because I did a little research on this company, and I was a little surprised because I did not know anything about Geneva initially. So today we know Switzerland as the mecca of watchmaking, with Geneva being one of its most important watchmaking cities. I don't think anybody would dispute that. Swiss watches are creme de la creme, right? Before Geneva became synonymous with watchmaking, it was a powerful jewelry making empire. As early as the 15th century, goldsmiths were making enameled jewelry in Geneva. However, by the mid 1500s, the jewelry production in Geneva had abruptly come to a halt. The religious reformer John Calvin, of his namesake faith Calvinism, viewed jewelry as a form of idolatry. He banned the making and wearing of jewelry in Geneva. As a result, artisans had to find new ways to use their skills. Now, let's touch on that for a quick second because so many people try to use religion to get their point across. But if John Calvin really read the Bible, he knew that many people in the Bible wore jewelry, uh, even Jesus Christ. He had a gold paps around his waist. I mean, I'm pretty sure it wasn't fake gold, right? But we're not going to get into a religious debate right now because it's really about the timepieces. But think about how crazy that is, right? That a person would come in and say, you know what? No more jewelry, right? No gold, no silver, no platinum, no rubies, no emeralds, no diamonds, no opals, no pearls. No pearls? No pearls. That seems weird to me. What about you guys? Throw something in the comment. Okay, let's continue. Sorry, I went on a tangent. Y'all know how I do. As a result, artisans had to find a new way to use their skills. Many of them took up watchmaking, and the history of the fine art began in Geneva. Well, thank you, Geneva, because I am totally obsessed with watches, with timepieces, with pocket watches, stopwatches. I love them all, right? And I'm sure that there's a million people or more that feel the same way. I belong to several Facebook groups, several YouTube channels, several email chains, and they're just individuals who enjoy the culture. It's funny how you can find a niche for anything that you really like now. Well, that's the great thing about the internet, right? You can meet people who are really into watches. Now, there's there's some dueling factions when it comes to timepieces and watches. You know, once you get in it, you'll understand what I'm saying. And if you're already in it, you know what I'm saying. You know, you have a certain aspect of people who believe that, you know, you should only buy this or you should only buy that or don't waste your money on this, don't waste your money on that. But the reality at the end of the day is it's your money. So you get to spend it any way you want. I'll give you a great, sorry guys, I'm getting a call right now. Decline. Scam likely. Really? You're announcing yourself now. So, I'll give you a great story. I'm on vacation. I'm with a really good friend of mine. We're in a really nice restaurant. So we order prime rib. He orders a steak. I can't remember what cut it was. Porterhouse, something like that. So he uh, he asked the waitress for A1 sauce, and she looks at him like, "What?" Yeah, and she tells him, "Yeah, you know, people don't eat these steaks with A1 sauce. They just eat it normally." And he's like, "Oh, okay, but I'll bring you A1 sauce if you want me to." Like trying to sun him, you know what I mean? So she goes away with like this disgusting look on her face, and he looks over to me and he's like, "Is that true?" And I was like, "I mean, sometimes, yeah." But I said, "Listen, did you pay for the steak? Yeah, then eat it the way you want to. You know what I mean?" She works here. She shouldn't be giving you any advice on how to eat your steak. You know how you like it. Give me the A1 sauce, shut up, and get out of here. All right? Hate to be so rude about it, but to tell somebody people don't eat these steaks with A1 sauce, ridiculous. So it kind of irritated me, but we enjoyed our meal, had some fun, you know what I mean, and then took off. It was what it was. I don't get too emotional about the situation, but if it was me, I probably would have put her in her place. That's just me being me. Y'all know T. But at the same point in time, I would have done it respectfully, and I also would have done it professionally. You know, I wouldn't have just spazzed out on her, made a scene or anything like that. You know, you could definitely address a situation without having to be overbearing or belligerent, right? So tell me what you guys think. Do you like that watch? What kind of watch are you rocking right now? And what have you experienced in the culture? You know, I know you're probably on some sort of, you may be on Instagram watch group, Facebook watch group, YouTube watch group, whatever it may be. Tell me what you're experiencing. I have the comments down below. All you have to do is hit me up. Let me know how you're feeling, and I'll respond. It's T with Arizona Riders Club. Remember, subscribe, please share my video, and like it. Signing out. Have a great day, guys. Peace.